I didn't expect the quiet ones to follow me to my new apartment. For months, nothing happened. No figures, no emails, no strange shadows. I convinced myself the whole thing had been a mix of stress, sleep deprivation, and a very convincing online hoax. Then, one night, I got curious. I searched for the forum again, not the thread, just the site. I wanted to prove to myself it had been real, that I hadn't imagined it, but the site was still gone. No cached pages, no mentions, no mirrors. It was like it had been erased. I should have stopped there. Instead, I searched for the OP's username. Nothing. Then I searched for the phrase "quiet ones." This time, something came up. Not a forum, not a creepypasta, not a video, a profile. On a social platform I'd never used but recognized by name. The kind of site where people posted long rants, conspiracy threads, and blurry photos of entities they claimed to see in the woods. The profile had no picture, no bio, no posts, just a username. The same username as the OP. I stared at the screen for a long time. The account had been created 2 weeks earlier, long after the OP's forum account had been deleted. I clicked followers, 0. I clicked following, 1, a single account, mine. Except, I didn't have an account on that platform. At least, I didn't think I did. I tried logging in with my usual email. It worked. I must have made the account years ago and forgotten about it. The profile was empty. No posts, no followers, no activity. Except for one thing. A private message, sent to me 3 days earlier from the OP's account. The message contained only one line. "You moved." I didn't sleep that night. Over the next few days, I kept checking the OP's profile. It never posted anything, never changed, never followed anyone else. But every time I refreshed the page, the last active timestamp updated. It was always within the last minute, like the OP was watching the page, watching me. Then, one night, the profile posted something, a single image, black background, white text. Unreadable at first, distorted, stretched, warped like a corrupted file. But after a few seconds, the image stabilized. It was a sentence. "They're learning your patterns." I closed the tab so fast I almost broke my trackpad. I didn't open it again for days. A week later, I saw something outside my new apartment. Not a figure, not a shadow, something worse. A shape reflected in the glass of my microwave door. I was heating leftovers at 2 a.m., half asleep, when I noticed movement in the reflection behind me near the hallway. I turned around, nothing. But when I looked back at the microwave, the reflection still showed a shape, a person-shaped blur standing in the hallway facing me. I turned again, still nothing. I unplugged the microwave and covered the reflective surface with a towel. I didn't use it again for a month. The next time I checked the OP's profile, the account was gone, deleted. But the message thread was still there, and a new message had appeared, sent after the account deletion. "Stop looking for us." I deleted my account. I deleted the app. I deleted the browser history. But the message stayed in my mind, because it didn't say "stop looking for me." It said "us." I moved again, not because of the messages, not because of the reflections, but because I started noticing something else. The quiet ones weren't just appearing in places where people shouldn't stand. They were appearing in places where people couldn't stand. Behind furniture, inside narrow gaps, reflected in surfaces that didn't face anything. I'd catch glimpses, always in the corner of my eye, of shapes standing in impossible positions, bent slightly, tilted, compressed into spaces too small for a human body. I told myself it was stress. I told myself it was pareidolia. I told myself anything that made sense. But then I started hearing things, not footsteps, not knocking, breathing, not loud, not heavy, just present. Like someone standing very close behind me. I'd turn around, nothing. But the breathing would continue for a second longer, as if whatever was there hadn't realized I'd moved. I stopped sleeping. I stopped eating. I stopped going online. But the quiet ones didn't stop. They got closer. One night, I woke up to a sound, not breathing, typing, soft, deliberate keystrokes. Coming from my living room, I grabbed my phone and crept down the hall. The typing stopped as soon as I reached the doorway. My laptop was open, A new browser tab was on the screen, a forum, black background, neon text, a thread title. Has anyone else seen the quiet ones? The first post was mine, except I hadn't written it, and the timestamp was from that exact moment. As I stared at the screen, a new reply appeared. From a username I recognized, the OP. Even though the account had been deleted, the reply said, "They're behind you." I didn't turn around. I closed the laptop. I left the apartment. I didn't take anything with me. I never went back. I live in a different state now. Different job, different number, different everything. I don't go on forums anymore. I don't use social media. I don't own anything with a reflective surface. But sometimes late at night, I hear typing, not from a device, from the walls, soft, slow, deliberate, like someone trying to write something without being noticed. And every few months, I get an email, blank subject line, no sender, no signature, just one sentence. Always the same, still watching. I delete it every time, but I don't sleep afterward, because I know the quiet ones aren't gone. They're just waiting, and they're very, very patient.